A famous climber once said that climbing is like dancing with a stone, but both of you want to lead. When I first started climbing, not a lot of people around me knew much about climbing. It was a small sport. It's still a small sport. But the people that I climbed with, they traded magazines around and were watching the strongest people in the sport. Me and my friend Jesse, we got our hands on one of these magazines, and it was almost pornographic. You couldn't really look at it with other people because they didn't know what you were doing. And yet, these things were amazing, and if I could show that aesthetic to other people, I would in the heartbeat. I remember one of the center articles was about Chattanooga, Tennessee, Stone Fort. And the main picture was this person climbing the shield. It was Jason Keel. And it was simply the most beautiful climb that I'd ever seen. After that, Jesse passed away. When I was 15, he took his own life. His mother was emotionally and mentally abusive, and after he passed away, I was pretty depressed for a few years. I dropped out of high school. But the people in the climbing gym, they're the ones who helped me through it. And they really sheltered me for a long time. And a few months after that, Jesse's mother took her own life as well. But the night before, I went over her house to give her a video of Jesse. And his sister's fiance had made silver necklaces to commemorate Jesse's death. There were only 3 of them for the people who were in the family. And she gave me hers. And I didn't know what was going on. But that night, she took her own life. And I've been wearing it ever since. I really just fell back on climbing and traveled the world after that. Climbing was the only solace I had at that time. I really didn't have the ability to focus in school anymore, and so I traveled across the country. And I tried climbing as much as possible. It's therapeutic because it crystallizes your focus. And it lets you lose yourself. You don't have to think about, and you can't think about, things that are going on around you. So when I was traveling, it was forced into me that I had to look at the beauty in life, and I had to look at the beauty in nature. And the people I found were more than helpful, I'm more than grateful for everything they did for me. And when Jesse passed away, I had a bag of chalk of his. And I still have it. And before he did, I had made a list of all the climbs in the world that I would just one day want to touch, one day want to climb. And it's been a personal journey to put his chalk on all those climbs. And it's comforting. And at one point, over the years of traveling, there was just a moment when I knew that I had to stop and that there's nothing that was stopping me from being happy anymore. I returned and I got my life back together.